Hi, I'm Nicole Scott with BNetTV.com. How are you doing today, Quincy?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, you've had a ridiculously long career, and it's been very, very fascinating. What's the one thing out of the whole time that you've been here that you would like to see in the music industry today?
We play anything. Just give us the excuse and break the horns out. Marching bands, schottisches, bar mitzvahs, bebop, rhythm and blues, dinner music, everything. ABC. I agree. I love Bill Gates and his relationship with Warren Buffett. I know both of them. I'm friends. But somebody's got to figure out how the artist gets paid. Artists have kids and they buy clothes and they eat food and all those kinds of things like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett do. So that's what I want to hear. There's somebody that figures that out. Because I think if they're taking it, that means eventually we're going to have to give it away anyway. That means we have to change the revenue stream. Do you download freestyle?
No, actually, I don't.
You never did. You never did that.
No, I actually still buy CDs.
Huh?
I actually still buy CDs.
Well, that's beautiful, honey.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
because it is a moral issue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a serious issue.
I actually listen to a lot of DJs, so they generally give me their music as well. So
They what?
they'll generally give me their CDs if you ask at a show.
Oh,
yeah.
so they're stealing them.
No, they're their CDs.
Huh?
They're their CDs, and they're giving them to me because I enjoyed the concert.
Because you're cute.
No. For the love of music.
Yeah.
Do you listen to music on your mobile phone? Or do you even have a mobile phone? Or do you care?
I've got 200 of them.
Ah.
But as I said before, you have to go to MIT to run each one. So I try to find another way. I work it out. I end up with a CD somehow. That means I really want to listen to something. But to tell you the truth, there are a lot of things that I want to listen to. I listen to off-the-wall things now. A lot of people probably never heard of Richard Bono from Cameroon, or Youssou N'Dour, Angelique Kidjo, South African music, the mysterious voices of Bulgari. That's arranged by Frenchmen and they're farm girls, they sound like Africans, and Brazilian music. It's a lot of good stuff. A lot of jazz artists too.
You produced Michael Jackson's Thriller, and they're re-releasing that CD. Can you comment?
We had a lot of luck with all three of those albums. Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad.
Yeah.
It was an amazing time in the 80s. Something I'll never forget, We had a lot of amazing good luck on all fronts, with the brothers Johnson, James Ingram, all kinds of things. So George Benson and in the 80s, Michael Jackson.
Even before Michael, I noticed that it says on your bio that you worked with Frank Sinatra.
That's right.
What was that like?
That was one of the best experiences musical experiences that I ever experienced. I was working with Count Basie, #1, who had been around and who adopted me when I was 13 years old, as a friend, confidant, advisor, manager, everything. He was great with everything except gambling. Oh my God, he was the worst gambler I've ever lived. And when I first went to Vegas, he put $500 on every number on the roulette wheel, on the 000, 0, black, red, even, uneven, first, second, third, 12th. And I said to him, mathematically that doesn't work out because we only get paid 35 to 1. And you got $500 on 45 numbers. He said, well, I know what I'm doing. And then Frank, who owned 10% of the Sands, would come over and put a 500 franc chip on top of every bet. Every time, every bet, Basie would be there from 1 till 9 the next morning, lose 150,000 a week. He left me that. He wore that for 40 years, and I never take it off because we had a very special love relationship. You know, this is his family crush from Sicily, and he'd tell us every night, live every day like it's your last, Q, and one day you'll be right.
I just have one last question for you. If you had one song that would be the soundtrack to your life, what song would that be?
Oh, God, that's hard to answer. I don't know. But I tell you, one of them would be, how do you keep the music playing? We did a record with Patty Austin and James Ingram, did Island of Maryland. Berglund wrote the lyrics to, and Marcel Legrand did the music to, and it's, who's in that, Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn. And they asked me to do a record on it, and the record was just magic, you know. We've had a lot of magic moments. Another one was when I recorded Aretha in 1971 on Somewhere. It's like God walked through the room. And for Sinatra, too. I mean, a lot of people, you know. So it's hard to pick.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Thank you. Thank you. This has been Quincy Jones down here at Billboard Live, and I'm Nicole Scott for BNetTV.com.